Okay, what we're going to do in this video is we're going to continue from where we were at. In the previous video, we were looking at setting up our project, so set project. In this video, what we're going to do is look at the different options, and we're just going to look from new scene, optimize scene. We're going to keep these videos quite short. Okay, so new scene and open scene, self-explanatory, nothing too crazy there. Save scene and save scene as, there's something that I think is really important to go through. So when you come to save these files of type, you've got two different options. You've got my ASCII and my binary. And other than the .ma and the .mb, you might think, well, there's not really much difference. But actually there is. There's quite a big difference. So my binary, we'll look at this one first. So Maya binary basically will let you work in the current version of Maya and up. So Maya 2019, Maya 2020, Maya 2021 and beyond. No problems, that'll be fine. Maya ASCII will allow you to work Maya 2019, 2020, 2021 and beyond, but it will also allow you to work 2019 and below, so right the way back to version 1. There are some drawbacks to that, in that any nodes that you use from 2019 won't necessarily carry back down into Maya. So let's say Mash or Motion Graphics or XGen, those particular nodes mightn't necessarily carry over, depending on which version, because there's different upgrades, different updates, etc. And yeah, you'll basically get an error. It'll still open the mesh data and anything it can read, but it won't play nice with what you've just sort of added. Okay, so the next option is increment and save. So if I just quickly plop a few things down and increment and save. Okay, there we go. Result uses Chris, blah, 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 blah. File of type name test.1.ma. And every time you work through or change things within this file, it'll then start to make iterations to that, and it'll always carry that sort of 0001.ma or whatever file version that you use. So it's really, really useful. Increment and save. Get used to saving with Maya, because it's a great bit of software, but it's shit when it comes to crashing, and you'll be pulling your hair out. Okay, so the next option is archive scene. Anybody that's familiar with After Effects and collect files will understand what this will do. If I basically go to archive scene, we've now got result users blah 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 scenes test.1.ma.zip. It's basically created a zip of the current project, and if I double tap this, it's just going to open up, and it's basically retained, because I don't have anything much within this project. I've basically got a cylinder and a sphere or whatever. It retains that exact file structure, the workspace.mel, which is really important for like the working units that you're working in, frame rate, etc., etc. But everything would carry over. So let's say you had textures in there, those would be added at any render nodes, etc. Whatever, it would all get added into there. So just as a quick kind of guide, let's just get rid of that. We don't need that anymore. Right, so that is that option. Archive scene, save preferences. If we go to Windows, settings, preferences. Let's say, you know, we're animating, we don't necessarily want to be animating to 25 frames a second. Maybe we want to be animating to 30 frames a second. We don't want to be working in millimeters. We want to change that to centimeters. Every project will be different. So we'll save our preferences out like that. Save preferences from within here. And that's it. Okay, so in the next video, what we'll do is we'll look at optimize scene size, the different options for import, and live link, and we'll try to keep these around about 5 minutes if we can. Okay, I'll see you in the next video.